It's time for Pet Corner, where we'll share some gorgeous pets from friends with tails that need to find their forever home. First though, we're joined by Hills Pet Nutrition Vet, Dr. Annabel Robertson, to look at how during the first year of life, proper nutrition plays a significant role in providing kittens with the right balance of nutrients to address their high energy requirements and proper growth. Good morning, Dr. Annabel.
Good morning, Carly.
How do the nutritional needs of a kitten differ from an adult cat?
So kittens are growing so fast. Sometimes they even double their weight in a matter of weeks. So they have, no surprise there, high energy requirements, but also higher protein and mineral requirements than adult cats.
What makes Hill's Science Diet a great choice for kittens?
Look, it's complete and balanced, meaning it's got all of the nutrients that a growing kitten needs. It's also got our clinically proven antioxidant bundle for a healthy immune system, DHA from fish oil for brain and eye development. It comes in a variety of different flavours. It tastes great and it's vet recommended.
What about giving milk?
Okay, so this is actually a really common question. Once kittens have actually been weaned off their mother, they lose their ability to digest milk and they actually become lactose intolerant. So you shouldn't give cow's milk to kittens because they can't digest it and it actually may cause diarrhea.
And what about giving treats then?
Oh, look, everyone does like to give the odd treat, even me. We're only human, but treats should make up less than 10% of the daily caloric intake. Now, it's important not to give human foods or table scraps. In addition to increasing, the risk of them becoming overweight, it encourages finicky eating and it can also encourage begging behaviour, which can be quite annoying.
Do I need to add supplements to my kitten's food?
No, this isn't required at all. And in fact, giving nutrients in excess can be harmful just as a deficiency can. So all you need to do is feed a high quality, complete and balanced diet and to make sure that fresh, clean water is available at all times.
Can kittens and cats eat the dog's food?
That's a question I sometimes get asked, but no, they can't. And that's because cats are actually obligate carnivores, meaning that they must consume animal tissue in their diet. They actually have higher protein requirements than dogs, and they also can only get certain nutrients from animal tissue, such as taurine, which is essential for eye development and also for heart health.
So how can I tell if my kitten is receiving enough food?
So if you have a look at the back of the pack of food, there'll be a guide for how much to feed that kitten based on their age. But the best way to tell is actually by looking at their body condition. So you should be able to feel their ribs, but you shouldn't be able to see them. And when you view the kitten from above, they should have a nice hourglass shape and a nice waistline.
Roughly how much weight should they gain each week?
Look, as a rough guide, kittens should gain around 100 grams of their body weight each week up until 5 months of age. But if you do have any concerns, just speak to your vet for advice.
How often should I feed my kitten?
Look, a kitten's energy requirements can be up to 3 times that of an adult cat. So you do need to feed them more frequently when they are growing. They also have a pretty small stomach size, which means that they sometimes can't consume enough energy to meet those needs. So when they're less than 6 months of age, I recommend feeding them 3 to 4 times a day. And then once they're over 6 months, I recommend feeding twice a day. But whatever you do, have a routine and stick to it. My cat certainly likes a routine. And if I have forgotten to feed her, even by 10 minutes, she comes and meows for food.
Should I feed wet or dry food?
So when kittens are really young, I recommend feeding predominantly wet food, and cats aren't big drinkers, so feeding wet food can help increase their water consumption. Also, kittens are so tiny, they've got tiny teeth, so it can sometimes be hard for them to chew the kibble. But once they're over a few months of age, I recommend feeding a combination of wet and dry foods. It's just good to get your cat used to eating the wet food and the dry food so that they're less fussy.
And when should a kitten transition to an adult food?
At 12 months of age.
Finally, I've heard of the Food Shelter Love program that Hills runs. Tell us what's that all about?
So at Hills, we believe all dogs and cats deserve the best care humanly possible. And our Food Shelter Love program provides support to local shelters and service dog organisations right here in New Zealand. We're really proud to support the Friends with Tails initiative that helps people throughout New Zealand find a shelter pet in need of a loving forever home.
Thank you, Dr. Annabel. Well, now let's take a look at some gorgeous pets from friendswithtails.co.nz that need to find their forever homes, and we've got some gorgeous cats and kittens this week. Like 10-week-old Gary from Tauranga, who's a smoochy boy that would prefer a home without dogs. Or Margot, who's had a tough life so far and really deserves a quiet home that will love all of her quirks. Then there's handsome Panko, who's 4 months from South Auckland, who's a bit timid, so would need a relaxed home. Plus there's Pippi, who's a buddy with attitude, energy and cuddles. If you are looking for mischief, then she's your girl. And what about this gorgeous duo, Ben and Jerry, 4 months old, almost identical brothers that need a bit of a quiet home. And if you're looking for a pup though, what about Ono, the 8-month tricolour boxer from Henderson? He's a bit shy, but loves other dogs and would love someone who'll take him on plenty of walks. Or there's the gentle puppy Rewa, who's a 4-month-old mixed breed, who's happy with other dogs and cats and would love an active home. And finally, our rescue of the week, the big goofball Blue, a 9-month-old mixed breed who loves his toys and his bed, but does snore a bit when he's comfy lying with his foster mum. Blue is a bit timid as he's had a tough start to his life, but he's super friendly and needs a patient, experienced owner. If you think you can provide a forever home for any of our featured pets this morning, go to friendswithtails.co.nz. Pet Corner is sponsored by the Hills Pet Nutrition Food Shelter Love Program.